Do you know the 5 rules to live a happier life? It's very simple. You cannot find something as simple as this. So I would like to share these 5 rules to live a happier life. This can be applicable to anybody. It doesn't matter whether you're a man, you're a woman, you're young, or old. These rules are bound to work for each one of you. The first rule is love yourself. Now, it's very important in this world, in this fast paced world, to do a lot of things for others. It could be for your spouse, it could be for your boss, it could be for a team. But unfortunately, a lot of them forget to do a lot of things for themselves. Now, when you love yourself, you do the things which really matter. In terms of, it could be as simple as going for a regular walk, swimming, could be doing yoga, or in times even cooking. Because if you really love yourself, you would spend at least a couple of hours in a day doing things which really matter to you. I do that every day. At least I spend a couple of hours doing the things I really love, because it's I love myself and I spend a lot of quality time with myself. It could be reading, it could be exercise, it could be golf, it could be even kind of writing. Now these are the things which I love, and I do it because I love myself. And this puts me on a different state of mind, which helps me to be at my own peak performance. The second one is do good. Now, it's very important that we always look for opportunities and create to do good. Now, to do good, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to do things materialistically. You can do good in simple things like saying some kind words to your colleague or your family members, or even to somebody whom you don't know. Probably is just walking across, you see he or she is probably not in a great state of mind. Just have a good conversation, make him feel better, give a pep talk, and move on. Now, do good is a habit which we all need to start doing it at a slow pace of life. Over a period of time, what happens is we pick onto it and then move on. And the third rule I always say is always forgive. Now, it's very important that we forgive others for mistakes they have done either intentionally or unintentionally. But the most important thing is, if you keep it inside you, the hatred, the pain, because somebody did something to you, then you are doing yourself more harm than good. So always forgive and move on. The moment you forgive and move on, what happens is you become a different person altogether. You become lighter. The fourth rule is harm no one. Now, harm no one is, a lot of us intentionally sometimes tend to harm. I'm not saying physically here, but it's also emotionally and mentally. We might use some harsh words that probably would really make him or her feel down. And the rest of the day or evening or just before going home, I know a lot of people at work, especially somebody who's at a leadership level, use words or use very sarcastic words, which probably spoils the whole mood of a person when he or she is going home. And unfortunately, he or she carries it home, and that goes on with the family. So you should always remember that, harm no one should be your rule, because when you harm no one, you're actually kind of living a very positive life. And the last rule, which is most important, is be positive. Now, it's very important that each one of us, from the time we wake up till the time we sleep, be as much as possible, try to be positive. Now, in terms of be positive, it's very important that you ensure that there's no negative thoughts or negative words or negative energy coming out of you. And believe me, over a period of time, you can do it. It could be, probably you might be, hey Satish, at times I'm great, I'm very positive, I'm very kind of forthcoming, but 20%, 30% of the time I'm very negative. What do I do? That's great. If you ask me, at least 70% of the time you're positive. There's nothing in this world which should stop you from moving from 70 percentile to close to 100 percentile. Yes, I probably would say 100 percentile to be positive is not very easy, but we can get close to it. So these 5 rules is what would I feel will always make anybody live a happier life. One is love yourself, do good, always forgive, harm no one, and be positive.